mad about this and we're mad about that, but we're not willing to make changes in our own lives that we can start taking accountability and taking control of the wheel. And so I just wanted to mention that again. It's not to be harsh, but there's times when I hear parents complaining, oh, I couldn't afford that. And oh, what about socialization of the children? That's like a whole nother video, but I honestly don't want my child socializing with a lot of these nutcases out here, including these teachers or the kids who have already been deeply brainwashed by the BLM Antifa madness and the pro-trans and just everything is pride. That's not necessarily who I want my children interacting with on a day-to-day basis. Again, I am not against people, who are truly, truly have, gender dysphoria, which is a very small minority if you ask me, but hey, whatever. And again, I'm not against homosexuals in terms of, just feeling like I can't stand them or I don't want my children around them. What I don't want my children is to be indoctrinated and converted into homosexuality, like we're seeing a lot of children do, flip-flopping back and forth in middle school. One day they're lesbian, the next day they're bi. Oh, they decided they're hetero. Like there's too much nonsense going on because it's being pushed on the children as a way of converting them. And so that's not the type of socialization that I want. And there's still the internet, there's still that to deal with in terms of the social media, what these kids have access to on TikTok and YouTube and Snapchat, which is like the main places where what I call predators go to indoctrinate children and indoctrinate them on all manner of leftist ideologies. This is where they're doing it, and they're using emotion to garner the children's trust and keep repeating over and over in their head, it's okay, to go through sex change at 5 and 4 and all this stuff. And they're really doing this type of stuff, and they're making it an emotional plea. And how would you feel if you didn't feel comfortable? Wouldn't you want, your parents and your doctor to help you so that you don't commit suicide? Like that's literally the argument. And what I'm saying is that there are ways to do this. And one of the ways that I want to talk to you all about in my next video is going to be about this wonderful thing, which is called Homeschool Co-op. And this is a great way for people to get together, get more access to people locally around you who will have the same desire to school their children, to pull them out, and who have the same values in general. And it's a great way to get active locally. And I really want to share that with you all. But I don't want this video to be too long. So the next video, I will be discussing a great way that parents who either are single parents and just can't do it in terms of not being able to work, or until they can get a good enough at-home job that would allow them to cover their bills. This is great for those types. This is also great for, people, even two-parent homes where, they just can't manage that part right now in terms of homeschooling, but this gives them an option. This gives them a great way to help other people out, as well as make sure that their children are being properly educated and that they have more input and say. So you guys, thanks again for listening. I am Leah Love Online, and you can find me on that horrible Instagram. You can also find me on Rumble, Leah Love Online again. On YouTube, I'm also Leah Love Online, though I haven't posted there in some time because they kept flagging me and giving me warnings that my account was about to be, removed because I was posting a lot during the election time, which they didn't want to hear. And I'm also Leah Love Online on Gab. You can find me there. And I also have a talk show with a friend of mine called Conserved Tea. And so that is a talk show where, she and I discuss traditional feminine values from a conservative and independent minded perspective. And that is also on Instagram. And I'm about to start putting that on Rumble as well. So thanks again for listening, you all. Please share this with parents who are just at their wits' end and are just trying to wrap their mind around homeschooling, who maybe didn't have a great experience when they were forced to homeschool at the beginning of the pandemic. And so please share and share alike, because right now we're seeing a lot that if we don't want to, if we don't begin to really focus on keeping our children safe, um, we'll only have ourselves to blame at the end of the day, because with all of these Taliban being shipped into the country, a lot of these, sex traffickers and coming up from the border, like it's not going to be an easy space in America for like the next couple of years until we get a handle on this. So definitely please continue to share and post your comments or your questions below, and I'll try to get to all of them, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.